Thanks for joining us on Final Drive TV. We are at round 5 of the United States Touring Car Championship. My name is Becky, and joining me today is Nikki.
It's great to be here. If you saw our last episode, you would know we're at Buttonwillow Raceway for a doubleheader this weekend, and the hot topic are the 2 different configurations.
That's right. Yesterday, clockwise. Today, counterclockwise. Our drivers were burning the midnight oil. Some fixing cars, others adjusting their suspension for this new configuration.
Yesterday's race was interesting, so our drivers can't wait to get back out there today.
Let's go talk to those drivers.
So Pete Bovenberg, how was qualifying today?
Well, we're kind of working on yesterday's numbers, and we're working on getting the car going faster, but unfortunately I got the gift from winning yesterday of 75 pounds. So, when you put 75 pounds on the car, everything changes, but the motor's running great. We got to thank our sponsors, SuperTech Valves and Pistons. Their stuff is amazing. We've been with them for a long time, and their stuff works really good, and the engine's running really strong. So now it's just a matter of the crew keep working on the suspension to see what we can do to try to get a little bit faster. I think we're either on the pole or we're second. We're right in the front row, though, I'm pretty sure. But it's a lot of weight to carry around for this little Honda. She needs to go on a diet.
All right, well, good luck.
Thank you.
So Sean Milburn, how was qualifying today?
Qualifying went well. I felt like the car was working pretty good. There's only one thing I kind of want to check, which is the oil pressure seems to be a little bit too low around some of the corners, so we're going to probably need to try and fix that before the race starts. Tires felt good. The track's really hot and the tires are slippery, but other than that, I think I have a pretty good chance at taking home a podium today.
All right, well, good luck.
Thank you.
So Freddie Macugay, how was qualifying today?
Qualifying was good. I've been having a little bit of issues with my leaking oil, but I'm still getting used to the track, and it's getting better, so I think we'll be ready for the race. Everybody seems to be on their game today, so we'll hopefully have no issues and finish on the podium today.
All right, well, good luck.
All right, thank you.
So Daniel Rose, how was qualifying today?
Well, it's pretty hot out there. Still trying to learn the track. We're going backwards. Also, I'm a little rusty behind the wheel, so I'm trying to work on myself. But, we picked up a few seconds, so I think that's good for me. We'll see what we can do in the race.
All right, well, good luck.
Thank you.
So Edgar Lau, how was qualifying today?
Qualifying was hot. I'm sweating a lot, but we were able to put down a time close to our free practice times. The conditions are really bad out there, so I did the most I can do. Hopefully the race will be better. And there were some iffy drivings yesterday from some of the drivers. I hope we'll see cleaner drivings today.
All right, well, good luck.
Thank you.
So Joshua Lyon, how was qualifying today?
I think today went really well. This is a newer configuration for me, but the car actually almost felt like a plane. It felt like it was just flying around the track, so I think it went really well.
All right, well, good luck.
Thank you.
So Arsham, how was qualifying today?
It was eventful. I was targeting a certain on lap 2. I was going to go for it, and that was the lap I made to make sure the traffic's okay and everything. And I missed a shift halfway through, and that kind of ruined my lap. Then I tried to go again, and then there was traffic. So it didn't go according to plan, but we'll see. I think I did okay, but then, you never know. I haven't seen the results, so I don't know.
All right, well, good luck.
Thank you.
So Michael McColligan, how was qualifying today?
Qualifying wasn't too bad. I made a couple of mistakes on my best flying lap, so I was a little disappointed about that, but I got another decent flyer in with a decent lap time, so I think I was pretty satisfied, and that's all the tires had, so overall, very happy.
All right, well, good luck.
Thank you.
So Gary Trudeau, how was qualifying today?
Qualifying went great. The Red Panther Motorsports Hyundai Genesis Coupe, my team did a great job putting the car together. I think we're on pole today. Let's hope for a good finish in the race.
All right, well, good luck today.
Thank you.
So Victor, how was qualifying today?
There's a lot of incidents since yesterday. Today I get off the track and hit a couple of things, so fall off. I got to fix my bumper, fix my subframe, and got back in on today's qualify. And while qualifying on the 3rd lap, my left front got something wobbling, so another incident. Hopefully I could get it to the race today, and just trying to fix everything, and hopefully I could be able to get in.
All right, well, good luck.
Thank you.
Welcome to round 5 of the United States Touring Car Championship. We're at Buttonwillow Raceway for the Sunday race of our doubleheader race. I'm Rick Nannini, joined here with Julio Deckard.
It's good to see you.
It's an exciting race today. It's been a lot of track time. We're joined with for the ATP Electronics. They are the official memory card solutions of the U.S. Touring Car Championship. And let's get to our starting grid. We have a bunch of cars here on this hot afternoon. On pole position, we have Edgar Lau in the Summit Tech BMW M3. Next to him is Chris Alliegro in the Intellectual Ventures Ford Mustang FP350X.
Row 2, we have Dave Brown in the West Coast Revenol VW Jetta. Next to him is the Red Panther Motorsport of Gary Trudeau.
Next up, Ali Arsham in a very close fight. Got beat by a tenth of a second in the GoGoGear.com Koenig Wheels Hyundai Genesis Coupe. Next to him, Joshua Lyon in the Lion Raisins BMW 330i.
That's a beautiful, clean BMW. Next row, we have our champion, Gary Sheehan in the GoGoGear.com Koenig Wheels Hyundai Genesis. Next to him is Victor Ng in the ARG Motorsports Honda S2000.
Next row, Rob Harper had problems, had to switch cars, is driving the AP Racing BC Forge BMW 335i. Next to him, Daniel Rose in the Rose Construction BMW M3.
On row 6, we find Reza Arsham in the GoGoGear.com Koenig Wheels BMW M3. Next to him is a previous champion, Pete Bovenberg, in the MBO Motorsport Rotor Wheels on the Civic.
Next row, Daniel Milburn driving the Bay Area Drafting Acura RSX. Had a really good showing in qualifying. Next to him, Michael McColligan in the Ray Bestis Idemitsu Mazda RX-8. This is his home track.
Row 8, we find Brad Austin in the TNI Racing Mazda MX-5. He's getting quicker and quicker. Next to him is Alfred Macugay in the Walker Telecommunications on the Civic.
And in the end, we have Larry Banney in the GoGear.com Koenig Wheels BMW M3. They had to deal with some car problems, and he may not be able to start.
So, are we ready?
Okay, cars are lined up, getting ready for the start, and it looks like Reza Arsham, our pole sitter in the Sportsman class in the BMW, is on the sidelines. No,
we have a green flag.
And look at the rocket start by the BMW and the Mustang side by side, but on Pete Bovenberg had a poor start. He's falling back.
We have Edgar Lau that absolutely pulled a hole shot on Chris, and Gary Trudeau almost got around Chris. Chris had a bobble, but he got a great start after that.
Yeah, and they got to be careful because there's a 90-degree corner first third, but everybody seems like clear of that. But there's a pack of cars going through the S's. This is super high speed. They have to be careful here.
Absolutely. And Rob Harper, who had a horrible qualifying, had to switch cars, coming from the back in a GT car, just absolutely rifling through this field.
He really needs to work through this field to catch up to this Mustang, the 74 Mustang driven by Alliegro. The fight is for the championship between these two guys, so they need all the points they can get. But
Rob's got his work cut out for him. But look now, Edgar Lau is absolutely running away.
He's gone. He has already built up a second lead over the second place car. Wow. But looks like there's a nice field coming up. Pete Bovenberg fell back in that drag race, and now he has to work his way back to the Sportsman field.
But the field was able to sort themselves out. Everybody's streaming through, no contact. Everybody got clean start.
Yeah, we're on board here in the 44. This is the Mazda MX-5 of Brad Austin. He's also a Sportsman. He's chasing down Alfred Macugay in that Civic up front. That's going to be a nice battle in Sportsman because these guys were all separated by less than a tenth of a second in qualifying. So it's going to be a really nice fight.
Don't look now, but Joshua got a great start, and he's actually leading the touring cars right about now.
Yeah, we're on board with this is the team of Sean Milburn and Daniel Milburn driving in the Sportsman, but he's following the battle in touring, which is right in front of him. You saw the yellow and green cars.
You have the classic two wheels off at Buttonwillow that throws up the dust cloud for everybody else to do the Days of Thunder right through.
Oh, look at that. Volkswagen Jetta, Dave Brown. Dave Brown is not usually a driver of that car, but they put him on, hoping to score some points, and hopefully he'll do well in this race. But look at this pack of cars coming through the berms on this fantastic Buttonwillow Raceway track. Those berms make this track so much fun because you can use all the road here, and you can get some serious speed.
And you need to use the berms to lay down a fast lap. So it's all about how far you can push it without dropping your wheels in the dirt. And once in a while, you got to drop them in the dirt to get by somebody.
Yeah, if you want to go fast here, you need to use the berms. But the problem is because the berms are really smooth and they don't really upset the car. But if you use too much, as usual, you end up in the wall. So that's never a good thing.
Here we have that beautiful Hyundai Genesis of Gary Trudeau chasing down the competition. And of course, Rob Harper pedaling it as fast as possible, trying to get into the head of that field.
Yeah, definitely. Looks like this is we're on board with Bovenberg. His camera looks like it's broken down or something because it's really low in the car.
Not the normal view we have
Not the
out of his
normal
car.
view we have. Yeah, usually it's much higher. There we go. There's the outside of the car. He doesn't need to win this race. He has a fairly decent points lead in the championship, so he just needs to finish well. With one race to go, he can clinch next race.
Yeah, and of course, the lead is led by Edgar Lau, followed by Chris Alliegro, both in GT class. Then we have Dave Brown, and now Rob Harper is in the 4th position. He's made up a lot of ground and looking towards the front some more, trying to get by Chris Alliegro.
Yeah, we also saw a nice battle brewing up there between Victor Ing in the green Honda S2000 and Ali Arsham in the yellow Hyundai Genesis. But now there's a interclass battle going on between the two Hondas, the S2000 of Victor Ing and the blue Honda Civic of Pete Bovenberg, followed closely by Sean Milburn. Daniel Milburn, they're the two.
Sean drives that car so often, we keep mixing them up. They are brothers. They look alike. Well, not alike, but they look like each other.
They are twins.
They are twins. But anyway, so the battle's all over the place. We can't keep track of enough of them. And here we go with
Pete's going on the inside of the Honda S2000, and Milburn's following him.
Right through.
But we gotta be careful here. There's not enough room.
He goes off. 2 wheels in the dirt, but he kept it together.
He kept it together because when in Sportsman, it's so close. If you lose a couple of seconds, you'll never get it back. So you have to make these aggressive moves. That's how this competition is.
So the battles continue to go on.
He's got to run on the Bovenberg. Look at that. This is a great passing maneuver right here.
And Milburn's pushing that car for all it's worth, trying to get around Bovenberg.
Beautiful driving by Milburn as we see Edgar Lau way up front and Chris Alliegro running second all by himself in the GT class in that beautiful Ford
Chris
Mustang.
is managing this race very, very well. He's keeping it within the limits, not pushing the car, not going to break it. He's looking eyes on the prize. He's going for the championship.
All these guys it's all about the points. With one race to go, it's all about not screwing it up and throwing away a bunch of points. So you just need to have a safe, steady race.
That's exactly right. So here we have the shoe, Edgar Lau, sitting in that nice, beautiful BMW M3, and followed by the other beautiful Mustang of Chris Alliegro.
Okay, well, let's go to commercial, and we'll follow this battle when we get back. Welcome back. We're back on board with Edgar Lau in that 23 BMW M3. He's leading the Super Touring class, followed by his teammate in Chris Alliegro driving the 74, leading the GT class. So the two teammates leading two classes. Here comes Ali Arsham trying to get in the inside of his teammate, Gary Sheehan. The two Genesis Coupes going at it. Go! Gary goes off a little bit. Looks like Arsham gets a run on him and takes advantage.
And Gary knows it too.
And that's the reaction.
I love how he acknowledges the mistake. Well, I made a mistake. There you go. You get to go by.
That was really nice. So now Arsham sets his sights for one more car up front.
This Buttonwillow is actually quite deceiving. It's a very flowing track and relatively speaking technical. So if you get a corner wrong and somebody's on you, they're going to be able to get by you because of how well it flows.
Yeah, it may not look like a lot, but it's a very challenging track, and it's a very fun track.
It's actually a very fun track.
It's very fun when you do it right.
Right.
It flows really well. Here comes the two teammates, Arsham and Sheehan. These guys were going pretty fast. And here's the other battle. This is the battle for first place, I believe, between
in touring cars.
Touring cars,
between Josh Lyon, followed by Gary Trudeau, and then not too far behind is Ali Arsham, who just passed Gary Sheehan.
Here
and
comes
of course,
Gary.
Sheehan coming right back at him. Close battles all over the place. Speaking of that, here's a
nice
great
battle between these guys.
It's Sportsman.
Wow.
Milburn is not giving up, and of course Pete, the old fox, he's not going to let him go by that easily.
Milburn could have pushed the issue right there, but he didn't. He chose not to. Oh, look at. Oh, Arsham goes a little deep there, and
with a little bit of help from Sheehan, of course, sticks his nose in there, telling him, "Hey, I'm here, buddy. Don't forget about me. I haven't gone too far."
That was a nice move, and Sheehan looks nice and comfortable there. So we should mention also, they were this car, Gary Sheehan, the one we just saw, they were having problems with their power steering all weekend. So he's driving with no power steering, which on a twisty track like this could not be easy.
Yeah, and then Days of Thunder, sure enough, what do we say about Days of Thunder? McColligan got bitten by the good old
he was doing so
Buttonwillow dust. Right, you can't see it, you got to kind of hold your breath and go through it, and it put him offline.
At least he's not stuck. That could have been worse, because if you're stuck and you have to wait for a tow truck, that's it.
You know, that was great patience for him to let the competitors go by and not just pull in front of somebody and create a dangerous situation.
Yeah,
so
good point, right?
It's very good. That's one of the beauties of this Pro Series, lots of experience. They know what to do, and they always do the right thing.
Yeah, here comes Sean, we keep saying Sean Milburn. Here comes Daniel Milburn coming on. This is the tight button hook turn, I believe that they call it, at Buttonwillow. And he's chasing down, he's actually, some places he's actually much faster than Bovenberg. So you expect that he might make a move soon. But then as soon as you say that, he builds Pete Bovenberg builds a gap and pulls away.
Yeah, it looks like the way he's going around corners, I think he's running out of tires a little bit. I think he might have pushed them too hard. You can see that gap growing now, and Pete's keeping it consistent. If he can hold that car together, he's got himself a win.
Yeah, that's a really good point, because if you push too hard, then you can cook your tires, and then you have no grip.
No sooner do I say this than he gathers it up and he closes right back on Pete.
Well, I guess the part of the trick is you have to keep the pressure on, and hoping that the guy in front makes a mistake maybe, and you can take advantage. But it looks like on the straightaway, Pete pulls him. So look at that.
He's got that Honda's got a lot of horsepower underneath it. That's for sure.
Same motor in both cars. They both have the K24 in them, but Pete probably has a little bit more, a few more ponies under the hood, maybe.
There you go. The other nice thing about these Hankook slicks is if you actually lay back, they come back to you, so they're not totally gone. If you push them and you get them overheated, you can just kind of back off, and they'll kind of come back and you're competitive again.
Yeah, definitely. So see, like right there, I was going to say he went really fast in there, but lost a lot of speed, and Victor Ing goes by in the S2000.
And this is going to be actually trouble for Milburn, because now he's got a separate class car in between him, and of course Pete's going to have a really wide car to make sure that he keeps that advantage, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, definitely. That's going to be interesting. But Pete needs to be careful not to have a problem here, because he needs to finish to keep his championship lead.
That's absolutely true. And here we go with Ali Arsham coming back at Gary. I think he knows Gary's having a hard time
on the
with the steering. And
Gary
of course, Gary goes wide. This is the problem with not having that power steering.
That power steering in those tight corners is brutal. And especially, it's okay on the first couple of laps, but after your arms probably are like jello by this point.
I'm sure they're absolutely freezing up on him. Does United States Touring Car Championship give massages as prizes?
I think he wants one.
We'll have to find out during the commercial break.
Yeah, we'll get you on the other side.
Back.
It's multi-process, so you can do MIG, TIG, or stick, and it's AC/DC, so you can do aluminum. I pulled it out of the box and was welding within minutes, really.
It will do everything I need to do in my home garage. It will MIG weld, it will TIG weld, it will stick weld, stainless, aluminum, everything. Best of all, it will run off 120 or 240 power. The auto set mode is a lifesaver. All you do is you push that, pick your material thickness, and if you watch, it's going to adjust the power output.
it's so smooth. How smooth it welded and what ease it welded, the heat, the way it dispersed the heat. It almost felt like it did it by itself.
I would recommend this to anybody looking for a really good machine to do everything right out of their shop.
Okay, welcome back. We're on board with Gary Sheehan as he is getting a little passed by Pete Bovenberg and Victor Ng. Got a little wide there and lost a bit of momentum.
Yes, because Gary's got no arm strength left whatsoever. I'm sure Pete was surprised. He normally would be expecting Gary to go through that corner a lot quicker.
Yeah, his arms are probably jello by this point in the race. As we see on board, we have the 2 ARG cars up front running first place in GT and first place in Super Touring class. Having a nice quiet day, scoring points in the championship.
That checkup made Victor Ng get a run on Pete. He got by him, and now he's chasing down Ollie Arsham, and that's going to be for a podium position.
It could get quite interesting as we have a few laps left still in this race.
Well, it is getting towards the end of it.
It is getting towards the end.
They better hurry up. They got to hurry up now.
Definitely. There's the Mustang of Chris Alliegro. He's having a nice quiet day, running up front in GT.
Great points. He needed to make up some points, and he sure did after this race. It's going to come down to the very last race for the championship in GT.
And here's Dave Brown driving in the Volkswagen Jetta. His first race of the season so far, having a great race. Second place in class, third place overall, having a great day.
And Rob Harper just got by Gary Trudeau, so he's about to go chase down Chris. It's not over just yet.
Yeah, those two guys are fighting the championship, but here's the battle we will be following.
Don't
These two
look
guys.
now. Yes, he is on Arsham. The S2000 is coming.
He has made up a ton of space.
I think Arsham is running out of tire.
Tire brakes, or maybe just
we got to be very, very close to the end of this race. I don't know how many laps there are going to be for Victor to get her on Arsham.
I think we're coming up to the white flag as soon as our leader crosses the start-finish line, which is coming up.
It could be on time. It looks like it's towards the end of the race, so we got to be. Check this out.
Yeah,
as soon as you said that, the flagger is waving the white flag.
Yes.
We are officially on the last lap.
And that's the white flag coming out. There it is. So one more lap for these people to get whatever they want to do done before the end of this race.
Absolutely. Edgar Lau's looking good to win it in the Super Touring class. Chris Alliegro has got enough room. He's comfortable. He's looking like he's going to win the GT. Rob's got the second place secured. But we got Victor Ng on Arsham now. There's nothing in between these guys. He jumps on the inside, trying to take a pass, and Arsham shuts the door on him hard.
That was awesome. That was going into a very tricky Magic Mountain section. And Pete Bovenberg, talking about excitement. This man, excitement follows him wherever we go. He's first place in the points. Hasn't won a championship in a few years. This could be it. This could be the year for him.
Pete's the most successful champion in the United States Touring Car Championship. If I'm not mistaken, this will be the 8th time he's winning the championship. He's been around for a really long time and lots of championships for him.
So here we are, Michael McColligan in the RX-8 having a great race. He's being chased by Alfred Macugay in that Honda Civic, but Michael has he had to spin, but since then he's driven a solid race and has worked his way back up.
Absolutely. He's chasing down Daniel Rose. He's trying to get by him before the end of this race. He's doing all he can.
Yeah, definitely. Those guys, Michael has had a bunch of podium finishes this year, and he's hoping to finish at least second place in the championship this year, maybe even first, depending on how things go with Pete today and at the next race.
Yeah, it's going to again come down to another one of those last race battles
anything could happen in these races. You could think that you're into this track.
Did the over/under. He gets by him. Oh no! On the very last lap, Arsham loses it.
Wow, that was exciting. Anything could happen in these races. You could think that you're in have this race done, and then all of a sudden your engine quits, and you go from first to last. It could happen in an instant.
Absolutely. So we have, again, Pete looking really, really good to win this race.
Oh, there's a checkered flag. There we go. Checkered flag for Mr. Edgar Lau winning the race in Super Touring, with Dave Brown finishing second in Super Touring and finishing first in the GT class is Chris Alliegro.
Right.
Second place is Rob Harper in the BMW. First place in the touring class goes to Joshua Lyon with Gary Trudeau second, and Victor Ng, made the pass over Ali Arsham. And Pete Bovenberg takes the win, extends his lead with Michael McColligan in the RX-8, finishing an awesome second place despite the spin, finished second. Awesome job with Brad Austin in the Mazda MX-5, running in second place. Be sure to follow us on Facebook at USTCC, on Twitter, and also on Instagram at USTCC. Hope to see you soon.